David, first of all then, what was key to your decision to sign a new contract?
I think the biggest key was what we've done in the last 18 months. And the second biggest key was what is in front of us. I think we started a journey. We set this 18 months before, and we are still on this journey. So that we were able to open a new chapter now for this football club, and we were involved in this creating this new chapter with now the Premier League is, I think, one of the most exciting moments for this football club, and I really wanted to be part of it. So of course I've thought about what will be now the next step for this club. I've spoken with Dean about his thoughts as well, and we more or less we had the same things in our head. So we know we will be again not one of the biggest dogs in this Premier League division, but we will as well create our weapons like we've done in the Championship. We are still very humble, and we will do it in the, Dean said this, in the Yorkshire way, and I totally agree. We will do it in the Yorkshire way, but we are ambitious, and we will create everything. We try to create this atmosphere. We like to keep this atmosphere we have here in this football club in this town, which will be important to be successful in the Premier League.
For those that don't know then, what is the Yorkshire way?
This is now Dean's answer.
Not spending much money. I think we have got to remember who we are. We haven't been in the Premier League for 45 or the top division for 45 years. And we've got here on merit, and we've got here by doing the right way. We've got here by having great team spirit, by having the Terrier identity. I know David keeps mentioning that Terrier identity, and that's a really hard-working, honest attitude to football. And we've got here on merit, and we deserve to be here. And we're going to give it a really good crack this year. But we're also remembering who we are and where we've come from.
This is probably one for you both then as well, David. What assurances did you need from Dean? Dean, what assurances did you give to David as well with regard to the future and building for the future?
I think there are no really assurances in football. At the end, it's a game based on results, but it's as well, especially here in this football club, a game based on working attitude and to try to do everything to be successful. Like Dean said, the Yorkshire way, we know that we are not competitive in terms of the money with all the other 19 clubs in this division. We know this, and this isn't a problem. If you know it, it isn't a problem. This only means you have to find other ways to be competitive, and this was exactly what we've done in the Championship, and this will be exactly the same what we try in the Premier League. So we will not now change our idea, change our way only because we are in the Premier League. We still like to do it like we've done it in the past. We know it is difficult, yes, it is, but it's so exciting, and as I said, we are ambitious enough that we know we have a chance, a real chance, and this is what we will fighting and working for. And as I said, we still have to be clear that we have to find our way, and we have not to try to copy one of the other teams in the Premier League. This makes no sense because they have a different background, a different financial power. We have shown that this is important, but not the only thing what is important.
And in terms of the assurances you were able to give David?
I don't think there's any insurances. I think it's built upon respect and having a good understanding of how people work. David trusts me, I trust David, and I was realistic as a chairman. If that penalty hadn't have gone in at Wembley, then probably David would have gone on to bigger and better things maybe in the Premiership. So I always have this theory in life that if a player or a manager moves up the triangle in the pyramid more than the football club, they leave. Quite simply, if a football club moves up the pyramid more than a manager or the player, then the player leaves and goes down the food chain. So we have to be realistic. you know, I could have lost David. That would have been a real shame from what we've created, but that's life. David would have gone on to bigger and better things. But we achieved the Premiership together, and we achieved the dream. And I think David's made a really good point that we won't be competitive financially in the Premiership, but wasn't competitive financially in the Championship. We're going to probably spend more money than this club's ever done this year, and we're going to give it a really good crack. But we feel we can find a way to do things, and we're going to stick to our guns and what we firmly believe in. And you know, David is a coach who isn't only as good as the players or the budgets he has to spend. He's a fantastic coach who can get the best out of players, improve players, and drive forward. And I think that's been proved with the exceptional success we had last season. So obviously getting promotion means we can keep things together and drive on really hard, and that's the exciting part for us.
Even after that penalty shootout though, was there ever any doubt that David would still be here?
No doubt at all, no, 100%.
What kind of interest then was there in taking him away from Huddersfield? Because we understand there was interest in Bundesliga, interest even from Premier League clubs as well. Yeah,
I'm saying, David, I think last season there was interest, absolutely, from domestic and both from foreign. But you know, David stayed loyal to the fact. He stayed loyal to the football club, and that means a lot to me. But I think you know, for David to carry on this journey in the home which he now knows, the players who he's developed and players who trust him, I think it's a start of another chapter, and I think that's really exciting. So in my opinion, there was never any doubt. The only reason why David hasn't signed the contract before now is I think he's been in the sunbed for the last 3 weeks. As you can tell. And
what do you want, Dean? How many more will you allow?
What, myself? Look, we know we have to step up this season. We know we have to give the Premiership a really good crack, and we need to strengthen the squad. You know, I think last season, I think we had one of the smallest squads in the Championship, but the way David and the medical departments have kept everybody fit, I think we used one of the least number of players on the squad match day, which is unbelievable. But we need a bigger squad to compete, and we need more quality to complement the existing great players we have. So for me, there will be lots more signings, I'm sure, but it's all about quality, not quantity.
Realistic. What is realistic for a club like Huddersfield Town? What was last season realistic for a club like Huddersfield Town? I think we always have to make the difference between what is realistic and what is possible. So at the end, it's football, everything is possible. Of course, listen, we are not stupid. We are probably the biggest underdog ever who starts in the Premiership or Premier League, how it now is called. So, yes, we know this. Does it change that we are ambitious? No. Does it change that we like and we have to change our borderline to come to our best and to make sure that we stay up and secure another season in the Premier League? So we are not in the Premier League only to say hello and thank you. After one season it's done. So we are in the Premier League because we like to stay there for more seasons, hopefully for next continuous season. This is why we start, like all the other 20 clubs as well. So we are realistic, we know where we are. I said this so often, we know where we come from, but we are ambitious. So, and we will create something to be competitive, and then we try our best. This is the thing I can promise. We will try, we will work as hard as we can, and we are so exciting. The whole football club, the town, and the dressing room. When I met them the first time on Wednesday, is so excited that I have a very good feeling. I'm confident, even if I know that it's a very difficult challenge and a task which is in front of us that isn't easy, but easy, everybody can do the easy things. So we are here for the difficult things.